Jennifer at Jennifer at Home, and I'm so happy you're here today. Today I'm going to do a follow-up on an injury that I suffered in November 19th to be exact. I'll never forget the day. Well, what happened was I was trimming a tree in my backyard, and the tree had a guide wire going to the ground. It was a stabilizing wire to keep it from blowing over and tilting and getting bent in the wind. Well, I trimmed up the tree and forgot that the guide wire was there. It was the same exact color as the concrete and the gravel around it, and I just forgot about it. I was checking the tree to make sure that I had done a proper job when I tripped over the guide wire, falling onto the concrete and terribly breaking my right wrist and arm and breaking my left wrist. Of course, I'm right-handed, so this was a really terrible situation. It was a horrible realizing that I wasn't even able to get up because I couldn't move either wrist or hand. I was so happy and relieved my husband was home and came to the rescue. He promptly took me to the emergency room where they gave me a temporary cast, and then a week later I was able to get in with a doctor who was able to show me my x-rays and go over everything. I couldn't believe the damage. It was a terrible situation with terrible injuries. I had never thought anything like this would ever happen. Well, I ended up being in a cast. A total of 7 weeks. At the 5-week mark, the doctor took the cast off to take some x-rays and see how everything was moving along and how it was going. And even though there was progress, I couldn't believe. I still couldn't move my hand or my wrist at all. It was terribly stiff, and I knew I was in for a long road. I had never believed that this kind of thing would happen, and that when they took the cast off, that I wouldn't be able to move my wrist or arm. I always thought that once I had a cast on, or anyone had a cast on for that matter, that the day you took it off, you might be a little stiff. But I never dreamed everything that would happen. It was still so stiff, and I wasn't really even able to move it after the 7-week mark when the cast came off. My doctor told me that it's very common for people with injuries like mine to need occupational therapy or physical therapy. So my doctor sent me to occupational therapy. Let me show you. Here's some clips of the occupational therapy and what happens. When I go to occupational therapy, I have to learn to do all sorts of things that are really challenging right now, like taking this thick putty out of the container with just my injured hand, and then I squeeze this and squeeze to get my strength back. I just keep doing all sorts of different activities to help me get much stronger with my right hand and wrist. This putty is very firm, and squeezing it really works my muscles. I have all different types of exercises to do with this putty. Pinching this putty is very challenging right now because my muscles aren't quite strong enough. I just have to keep practicing and doing all of my exercises so that I will regain all of my strength and all of my muscle that I had before I got injured. All of these exercises are very challenging, but they're all helping me get much better. I also have this piece of equipment that I need to wear for 3 months. I will be wearing this at my house. I get to bring this home with me, and I'll wear this every day for 2 hours. I'll wear it in 30-minute increments throughout the day. And what this piece of equipment does is help my wrist to be able to bend forward and backward. Right now it's bending up, and I turn this crank as much as I can stand and leave it on for 30 minutes at a time. And this will help my wrist get back to bending the way that it really needs to bend, the way that it used to bend. So I'm very hoping that this piece of equipment will help my wrist be able to get back the mobility that I once had.
pretty crazy, right?
The doctor gave me these braces to wear at night. That way it keeps my wrists in a really good position while I'm sleeping. So now I've been attending occupational therapy for weeks. I'm going 3 times a week for 1 hour each visit. I can't wait until it's finished. I'll be so happy when I have this all wrapped up. I still won't be able to move my wrist back to where it usually or used to move, but I'm still able to do everything right now around the house and everything I need to accomplish and achieve. And so I'm hoping that with this piece of equipment that the doctor has prescribed, that I put my arm in and tighten it and bend it. It's not comfortable at all. In fact, it's very painful. But I am working with that every day for 4 hours or 2 hours a day, 4 times a day. And I'm putting that on and turning the knob as much as I can stand, trying to get my wrist to bend and move in the direction that it's supposed to move and bend. And I'm hoping with time that I will regain the mobility that I had. And I'm just praying that I'll be able to get it to go back and have full extension like I used to have. That will be wonderful, and I'm just praying that that will happen. But I just wanted to come back and give you an update. I'm truly grateful for all the kind messages and inquiries, and for all of you asking how I'm doing and how I'm recovering. I appreciate it so much. I never believed it would be such a long time and a long haul, but it's going to take a while. In fact, the injuries could take up to 2 years to completely recover. So I'm really praying and hopeful that over the course of that time that things will get better and better, and that I'll get stronger and back to normal. So I just wanted to update you because I'm so happy and grateful that I'm recovering and that you're inquiring. It means so much to me. I truly appreciate you being here, and thank you for your support and kindness. It means so much to me. I would be happy for you to subscribe if you haven't already, and don't forget to hit the like button, and I'll see you next time.